Hi there, this is Zach Curtis, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about the Klok desktop application. Klok is an Adobe Air-based application that tracks your time for projects. It's aimed, I think, towards kind of a general audience, but I could see as a developer how this would be very, very handy in tracking time for projects. You can track how things are uh, build out and how you're doing on a project with estimates, and has some really nice dashboard views uh, and a bunch of integration points. That's probably one of the biggest positives, and something that I think the developers did very well. As you can see, it integrates with Harvest, Basecamp, FreshBooks, Paymo. Um, it also has the team connector, which I've downloaded. And one thing that Klok can do is you can run the application on your local desktop, and it's can use a file share or a web server to share information across people. So if you have a larger development effort or a smaller one, one or two developers or 20 developers, doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and jump right into the demo. I have the just the free version downloaded here, and it gives you, when you first open the application, it gives you a simple calendar that kind of shows some scheduling of blocks of time that you can work with. Then it has a dashboard. This gives you a pie of how much you've spent as per your estimate, or how much time you spent rather compared to your estimate. The project view. This is how you can input projects. You can see that it just has all the different information for each project details. One thing that is really neat is you can click Start Working, and you can see that the application tracks who's working on what, and so that kind of gives managers the ability to kind of see who's working on what task. What you're working on can be based on a project itself, on a sub-project. It can be based on a particular task. One nice thing as well is that this tracks billable versus unbillable. A lot of the tracking software that I've used, it doesn't track internal projects, so things like your own company's website. And so this is just a really fantastic tool that I see a lot of value in. There's something that is just invaluable is on the monthly timesheets. They can be exported to XML, HTML, CSV, XLS, pretty much any format you need it exported to. And then again, back to the feature list, talking about how some of the connectors. One of the connectors that is very, very valuable is it integrates with Google the Google Calendar, so you can sync it up your daily schedule with your task-wise with your Google Calendar, as well as Microsoft Exchange. Some places this software could be maybe improved upon. Could be the import and export. I downloaded their other connector, their team connector, and created a project, and the desktop application wouldn't recognize the project that I had already created, because one uses a local database and one uses XML to track the project. And so there's just some kind of pros and cons to that. One nice thing that they've done is they've created how-to videos on how to plug in. So instead of sitting and having to read hours of documentation, you can just watch these quick little videos on exactly how to do certain tasks inside the application. So you can see they range from 42 seconds to 2.5 minutes. I have watched a couple of these, and they're pretty impressive. So that's about it for the Klok. One other thing I should mention before I wrap up is that it is only $15.99. So, and that's per user, but that's really nothing compared to some of the tracking software that's out there. So I hope you take a look at it, and if you use it, I hope it meets your needs. Thanks.